Greetings, YouTube. Every once in a while, somebody in the comments section will say, Prof, why do you waste time reviewing all the offers? You know that most offers are average or trash, so just don't do it. And what I try to remind people is that just because you know something's trash doesn't mean everybody knows something is trash. In fact, part of why I started a YouTube channel was because I would have several people in line chats that I was associated with long before I did a single video for MCFC asking about the offer that popped up. And I realized that there was a huge hole in the community of knowledge because a lot of people were taking for granted the temptation to gamble in the Marvel Casino of Champions, even if it was an offer for a 4-star, for example, when normally you just think about 5 and 6-star shards as an example. So here's the deal. What we're about to do is look at the newer version of an offer that we've discussed way long ago, months ago, way back in probably the middle of 2019, that started popping up on newer accounts. And this was sent to me, and I was getting ready for bed, and I kind of took a deep sigh, and I'm like, look, if I don't do this offer grade and this review now, I probably won't get to it tomorrow. So because I know I have no life and I suffer from insomnia, it is 12:30 in the morning, and I am talking into a microphone just trying to stay awake. So I want to say this. If this was 2 or 3 years ago, certainly 4 years ago, I would feel much different about this offer. Because on paper, it seems like if you're starting an account, it's not that bad. You could spend $100 and you could get 46 crystals right off the top. And that's going to help you if you are thinking to yourself, all I have right now to start off the game is 1-star champions, and if I'm lucky, a couple of 2-stars. But it's 2020, YouTube, and we know that 4 stars now are like 3 stars because you can't bring them into Act 6 and beyond, and that means 3 stars are really like 2 stars, and so this does not have the value for the longevity of an account that it did 4 years ago. But people who start the game don't know that. They are susceptible to wanting to get ahead, and so it feels like you're cutting in line, but you think you're jumping to the front, and really you're just jumping a couple of spots. And once they realize that they're going to have even remotely a halfway decent 4-star roster, almost every one of these crystals that they open, unless they get really lucky and land 1 or 2 4-star champs from the premium disappointment crystals, they're not going to be able to use except for maybe arena fodder. And I remember back in the day when you could actually place max 3-star champions in Alliance War defense, and that was not considered crazy. But now that would, for any alliance that's not starting out, be considered crazy because it's so much easier now between the daily calendar and even things like the Glory Store to improve faster in the game. Back in the day, there was no Glory Store, there was no daily calendar, there were no crystal shards. It was like this in front of you. You either got fully formed premiums and fully formed 3-stars, and if you're really lucky, fully formed 4-stars, and if you're really, really rich, a couple times a year, you'd get like 1 tier 4 class catalyst crystal because those things were the rarest of rare, and that was it. Otherwise, you took what you could get from premiums, and that was it. But we know now, and I just featured a couple of different videos about how fast you can progress now with skills in a month if you start a new count in Marvel Contest of Champions, that 3-stars and premiums are just not worth it. And so they have updated this offer a little bit, I believe, and they have added some Awakening Gems and some rank up materials to the offer. But $100, remember, even for people who are just starting out, that should still get you multiple guaranteed 4-star crystals, 4-star Awakening Gems, and 4-star rank up materials, including an offer we've seen multiple times for $29.99, and this is for all summoners, or 800 units, to take a 4-star from rank 4 to rank 5 automatically. We've also seen on rare occasion the max Sig Stone 4-star item that takes a 4-star after they've been awakened from Sig 1 to Sig 99. So, when you compare that to this, it looks like the trash that it is. But Kabam has this strategy where if you start an account, they're trying to rope you into this Marvel Casino of Champions by getting players to make bad investments that ultimately will not improve their roster past, I don't know, Act 2, maybe? So, it is important for you, the community, especially those of you who aren't starting accounts, to know that this is what beginners who play this game now face. And this is along with things like micro-targeted transactions that take a look at when you're almost ready to form that next crystal or that next tier 4 or tier 3 basic, and it pops up and it says, oh my gosh, it's an hour left to make this incredible offer that's 7,000% overpriced, but it's going to try to convince you that it's super special deal just because it wants you to hit that get now button. And if you can justify spending $100 on this game once, suddenly you'll be one of those people who just casually says in line chats, just throw another Odin at it, as if that should be a thing that we just casually say for a mobile video game, unless you're somebody who has a lot of disposable income, which if you do, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but a lot of people don't, and yet they feel like it isn't that big of a deal when really $100 will still get you almost, 2 console games, and shoot, you can buy a used console with multiple games on eBay for probably not much more than that. So, this is the new-ish 3-star crystal bundle that does have 3 different tiers, a $25 tier, a $50 tier, and a $100 tier. And so what do you think about this and the way that Kabam is trying to get those early beginning summoners to throw a ton of money at 3-star crystals and premiums, which will mainly turn into 2-star champions? Comment below, let me know. I'm going to attempt to try to get ready for bed. Lord knows I won't fall asleep for a couple hours, but at least I was able to get this video out. A special shout out to the summoner who sent me these screenshots and wanted me to let this be known to the community, and that is Mr. Weapon X himself.